Hey, Cooter!
Joe!
Check this out. There's Anywhere But Here, man, on this here podcast.
Oh, I like me some podcasts, man.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about Anywhere But Here.
What's anywhere but here? Anywhere but here in Mississippi?
No, man, Anywhere But Here over in England.
Hey, we ain't in England.
I know, but that's where the England's from.
What?
Hey, Cletus, remember when we went and saw that movie about the wars in the stars and they had like lightsabers and stuff like that? Well, these people here talk about things we like.
Really?
I guarantee.
Well, hot diggity damn. What we waiting for?
Anywhere But Here podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here, episode 72. I am Tom.
I'm Ant.
And you can find us at abhpod.com. That is where all of the episodes go up week by week, as well as all the other episodes that we put out for other podcasts.
Yeah.
You can also Ship High in Transit.
Yes.
Which we will get round to recording another episode of shortly.
Promises.
I mean, it might be another month yet.
Yeah.
Because we're busy.
And also,
the Tom and Joe Show.
which episode 2 went out this week.
It did,
So
yes.
if you haven't listened to that yet, go and grab that. You can go to abhpod.com. Find the Tom and Joe Show in the podcast that drop down, and then the Stitcher links and the iTunes links are right there for you to go and get.
And that's where you'll find us.
And you need to subscribe.
You do, yes, it's very important. Sorry, I'm moving my microphone around.
We, for some reason, we were like doing loads of planning and we didn't set up properly.
Yeah. But on that website, you can also find an Amazon banner where you can do all your Amazon shopping, because everyone shops at Amazon because everything's on there.
Yes. And next week is Father's Day.
It is,
next
yes.
Sunday.
So make sure that you're buying your Father's Day gifts this week.
Yes.
Because otherwise they won't get here until next week.
No.
And that would be bad. But you should go to abhpod.com, click on our Amazon banner and do your shopping through there.
Yeah, give us some money.
And then we get 5% of what you spend.
So yeah, that's where you can find us. You can find us also on facebook.com/ABHpod, where you can send us interesting, funny stories.
Yeah.
You can interact with us.
Mm-hmm. You can also interact with us on Twitter at ABHpod.
Which can do the same thing in less characters.
Yes.
Anonymously, you could email us at... It's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
ABHpod, abhpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, see, it's more difficult than it seems, isn't it?
What the hell?
I get shit for that every week.
That's really weird. It's like your brain just farts.
And lastly, you can watch us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/ABHpodcast.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
That was odd.
Yeah, see? Harder than it seems, isn't it?
Yes, I apologise for the
weeks and weeks and weeks of comments. Yeah.
Yeah, and as mentioned, Stitcher, Pocket Casts,
Yes.
YouTube.
Go to podcastland.com to vote for us this month.
Yeah.
As, your favourite podcast.
Yeah.
Because, we are, obviously.
Otherwise, why are you listening? Yeah, on the subject, actually, of Ship High in Transit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should address something.
I was supposed to get the sound clip of this up for us to play.
I thought about that as well.
Shit.
Fuck it. Yeah, but basically on the... Was it Ridgecast, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
But it was just Ian and Jake this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake mentioned Ship High in Transit because, that's what he's there. He's there to help everyone.
He's behind
there
us,
to help every
100%.
podcast. And he explained it to Ian, and Ian was like, well, hang on then. So, for the love of pod, we do all the work and we promote other podcasts. And Ship High in Transit want us to do all the work, and then they will put it out as their episode.
Yeah.
Which, when you put it like that, it was just one of those weird situations, whereas we honestly didn't think...
I've never thought about it as that.
No, but then when Ian puts it like that, it's like, yeah, that is how it sounds when we ask people to do that for us, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't realise quite how kind of exploitative it sounds.
And obviously we're not upset about it.
No.
It's not like we're offended.
I
it was just kind of like,
laughed.
oh, fuck, yeah, I laughed. After the initial heart dropping.
I was like, oh shit.
Fuck.
Because genuinely, I never set out for it to sound like that at all.
Yeah, and we're hoping Ian didn't mean it.
No,
I mean,
I don't think
if you
he
listen, you understand his humour. He's very dry.
Yes.
He's very funny man. But yeah, it was a bit, oh, fuck.
Ooh. But yeah, no, it is supposed to be more noble, like Jake backed us up on.
Yeah.
We genuinely wanted, I think that the thing was we kind of rushed it out there without really thinking about it.
Or explaining.
Yeah.
Or even thinking.
Or thinking that
how
what we
people can
were
make it.
presenting it as is not how other people might hear it.
Yeah.
We genuinely want people to get involved, and we were quite excited to bring out like a community podcast.
Yeah.
Where anyone could get involved in it. We like that idea, but yeah, we do realise that now maybe it does sound a little bit kind of lazy. Yeah.
But no, I mean the initial idea, and we probably haven't explained it well, is like when people when people do a Ship Time Transit episode, it wasn't necessarily you do one yourself. Like initially it was somebody comes and does one with us.
Yeah.
But then we thought, but sometimes we might not be available, and they might want to do it.
Yeah,
it
might be easier for someone to just sit down with another person they know and get it done themselves, and then switch it across. And there's nothing to say that you can't promote your own website or podcast or anything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we're digging ourselves more of a hole though.
No, I think we're just sounding like we're trying to get out of a hole.
Yeah, I know.
Rather than digging it, we're just struggling to climb out. Hole filled with loose dirt, sort of. But yeah, that's the idea. It was to kind of do a joint podcast with everyone, but we would put it on our website.
Yeah, but again, it's not like exclusively us. It's for everyone.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Oh no, it's difficult. Yeah, like,
it's difficult
a case
to say,
of when you do it, say I am so and so, and you can find me on this podcast every week or every fortnight. Or yeah.
But we'll do our own episodes.
Yeah, it's fine.
At some point.
Don't want you no more. No, we do. Really,
we
haven't got time to
do. But yeah, if you are interested, I know there are a few people out there who are drafting at the moment. Bits for episodes, and whether or not they do that themselves or whether they try and sort out a time with us, one of us, both of us, whatever.
Yeah, and like we said, was it last week? We have actually tested it. We do know how we're going to do the join.
Yeah, we can actually do it. We have the technology.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it was a bit of a wind out of the sails moment, just because we didn't realise what we sounded like. So we need to put more effort into explaining it a bit.
A bit more thinking before we're speaking.
Yeah. So thanks, Ian, for pointing that out.
Yeah. In your own special way.
Yeah. But yes, so we apologise about that, but we still do want other people involved, because it's interesting to us to find out what other people come up with story-wise.
Exactly. And if you're interested, you can email us at show@shiptimetransit.com.
You can indeed, yes.
abhpod.com, where we're at gmail.
Yeah.
abhpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
Where we're more likely to respond.
True.
Probably.
Anyway, enough about that, because this week something very, very exciting in the world of sports is happening.
Is it?
Yes. It's the World Cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is exciting, isn't it?
Yes. And I thought we would be able to, chip in.
Share our vast knowledge of football, soccer.
Yeah,
football.
by predicting. We're going. This entire episode is basically a prediction of how the World Cup will go, because, based
in the
on
same vein as our Oscar predictions episode.
Yeah, based on the trailers. This is based on kind of what we know about
the country.
Yeah,
not about their team at all.
No.
It's not what we know.
Because as people who listen to this regularly probably do know, we don't really care for football at all. In fact, it's soccer, really.
But, having a special on the World Cup is a cheap way to get listeners.
Yep. Although they won't have listened past this bit.
Probably not, to be fair. So this is... Tom came up with a concept. I think, people putting in all the work for a podcast, and then we're reaping the benefits. We took that... we took that notion and we went, do you know what?
We could do something with that.
Yeah.
So this is the Anywhere But Here World Cup sport ball predictions.
Bracket.
No, it's not. It's
not
fucking
a
table.
Okay, it's a table.
Don't say that word. I told you not to say that word.
Excuse me, what do you call football, Tom?
Soccer. Because it's real. That's the proper word for it.
But it's not the English term for it. Anyway, so we are... you explain what we're doing, and people
basically we have
will know where we stole the idea from.
We haven't stolen any idea. This is the only thing you can do to predict the World Cup.
It is.
Apart from to say, Brazil will win.
Yeah. Although, when was the last time they won? Look, my iPad locked itself, and I had all that information up ready.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. When did they last win?
Brazil, last one in 2002.
Ah, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
When was
But
the last World Cup was 2010. That was Spain.
they're on home turf this time around, though, and
Yeah.
apparently that gives you some sort of advantage.
Because you're used to playing in that weather,
Yeah.
in that environment. But then being World Cup, all the players are international, so they don't necessarily always play in that environment.
Who knows? I
That's
don't
why
know.
everyone goes, "Oh, England will do well because they're used to the weather in England."
Yeah, except we won't.
Except we won't.
No. Because we invent these sports, then we sell them on to the rest of the world, and the rest of the world gets better.
Cricket,
Yes. Rugby.
rugby, yeah.
Football.
Tennis.
So there are 32 teams that line up in
That's a lot,
in the World Cup. It is a lot. So we're going to try and run through these quite quickly. We don't want to bore people. We want this to be slightly entertaining.
Yeah.
In some way, it might end up being entertaining. Who knows?
We'll see.
This could have been a massive, massive misjudgment on my part.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
We're in too deep now. Let's
So,
get on with Group A.
Should we explain what we're basing this on? Not necessarily what we know about the country, is it?
No, actually, that's a very good point because I
we
don't
don't
want
want
to get
to-
into trouble.
Yeah.
I've looked up effectively national stereotypes of these countries.
And what's the best way to stay in people's good books is to stereotype the country.
Yep.
Pigeonhole them.
Yeah, I'd like to say this isn't my
Our. This
our-
is not the view of the ABH podcast.
No, this is the view of
network.
the internet, which is full of hate and
Yeah.
bile. But stereotypes are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. So we can predict who's going to win the World Cup.
Exactly. That's the only reason they're there. So yeah, before anyone gets all up in arms about what we've said about a certain country, just go to the internet and read it for yourself.
It's there.
It's not our thing. We might try to counterbalance certain points.
Possibly.
Who
yeah.
knows? But so Group A, you've got Brazil,
Yes.
Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon.
Yes.
Now we've got to whittle the group stages down. There are 8 groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 32 split into 4.
Yes. This is going to go really well.
ABH math.
There are 8 groups, and obviously there is a winner and a runner-up, and they go through to the next round, the last 16. And to do that, we must now pit them against each other.
Yeah. So we got to look at Brazil, Croatia, Mexico, Cameroon, their stereotypes of their country and say.
Well, no, I'm not just. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I'm pretty. My geography, my knowledge of the world is pretty limited.
Right. Okay.
So I am basing it on
So
this
is
list
this
and
also?
what you tell me.
This could also be an educational show for you.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
We can learn where these countries are. So Brazil, first
Yes.
off, like I said before, home territory, home crowd
So,
support.
I mean, they've instantly got an advantage anyway.
Yep. Yeah, they're good at football
Yeah.
as it is.
Yeah.
They
and
have won the most World Cups.
as far as I'm aware, the supporters are quite passionate. I know of from watching a few UFC matches in Brazil, and there's a Brazilian fighting, and
Yeah.
the opponent gets fucking roasted by the crowd. And if they win, that person kind of gets escorted out of the arena.
Held
and to
high above
yes,
everyone.
Yeah, away from anyone, because it's fucking dangerous, which is a
And this
stereotype
isn't
of
yes,
Brazil.
this is another thing about Brazil. You see, because they, especially in Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro, all those places, there are the favelas,
Yes.
which is where all the poor people live.
I learnt about those from Call of Duty. Yeah. Modern Warfare 2.
I see.
I'd seen
And there's
pictures,
a
I
lot
didn't
of,
quite realise how dangerous they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in Call of Duty they're going to be a lot more dangerous.
Yeah,
because
there's a lot of
idea of the game.
bad press coming out of Brazil at the moment, anyway,
Yeah.
because the world spotlight is on them, and there's police going around with automatic weapons and all sorts, killing children.
Yeah.
It's all a bit nasty, but I'm sure that's well away from where the football pitches are and where
Yeah.
the Olympics will be held in 2 years' time as
Yep.
well. But Brazil itself, quite again, like you say, with the passion that comes from the whole Latin temperament anyway.
Yeah.
They're very passionate people. I mean, Brazil is synonymous with carnivals and samba music.
Yeah.
Scantily clad ladies,
Yes.
feathers.
Yes.
boas and
Yeah.
shit.
I've seen those
Yeah.
videos of those festivals.
Indeed.
I've also seen the film Rio.
Yeah, have you?
Yes, and Rio too.
Did that open your mind to the Brazilian culture?
It was about birds. So,
Probably not.
but yeah.
But they have lush rainforests as well.
Yes.
Part of the
That's
Amazon,
Rio
isn't
too.
it?
Is you got the rainforest in Rio too.
He goes to meet the foca. I mean, meet the
the other
other bird's parents.
macaws, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it as well, have you?
No,
Or
I've,
you just
I've seen the trailer. Yeah.
Did you see, actually, speaking of Brazil, I saw on the internet yesterday the picture of the guy who's on top of, taking a selfie on top of Christ the Redeemer.
No.
Fuck me. On the head of Christ the Redeemer,
That's
taking a selfie.
Scary.
How the fuck did he get up there to start with?
You must be allowed up there, I guess.
I don't think so.
But no, I wouldn't know because it's climbing on a statue of Jesus, which probably would be frowned upon.
So, anyway, but that was insane.
But yeah,
So, yeah, you got the beaches, the rainforest.
yeah,
You got
they
the party.
play lots of volleyball and football on the beach.
Yeah.
It's a party atmosphere. They're quite passionate. Blah blah blah. All the rest of it, and they're good at football.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put them. I reckon they'll go through anyway.
Yeah, I was
but
going to
then
say, it was also part of being a beautiful, scantily clad lady. You've got to have what is known as a Brazilian,
yes, this is true, and this
which
is
they got, you know, people
which
like the
makes them
Brazilian.
more streamlined.
Yeah,
Which means they can cut through the air quicker.
you're putting them.
Well, we'll see because
Well, okay,
we've got to go
so,
through
yeah.
the others first. I mean, Croatia. What do we know about Croatia?
Not a lot. I know
Really?
the name.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was a civil war there, and
Right.
they split from Yugoslavia back in the early 90s, which makes them quite patriotic, apparently. So
Yeah.
the internet says. One of their other stereotypes, the men especially, because obviously this is the men's football World Cup that we're
Okay,
talking about.
yeah.
Although this could apply to the women, I suppose. I mean, they're mulleted and macho.
Are you saying the women could be mulleted and macho?
Yes,
Okay,
apparently
all right.
I am. Yeah.
You did say it applies to the women.
Yeah.
Can apply to the women.
But yeah, so I don't know. What else is Croatia? I mean, cheap stag do's.
Yeah, party destination.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
cheap stuff.
So cheap beer. Sorry, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to put that pen down now.
See, this is the problem. It's like we're trying to say, how does this relate to football? We're not trying to relate it to the
No.
football, are we?
No,
we're,
not
we're
at all. No, we're
I'm trying to
literally-
separate it and compare the countries.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, yeah, Croatia doesn't hold up against Brazil.
No.
But how does it compare to the other two countries?
Well, yeah, okay. Then let's go for Mexico. What do we know
Right.
about Mexico? Well, if you take on board a lot of American stereotypes of Mexicans, they're lazy, border hopping,
Yeah, but
menial
also
workers.
a lot of podcasts I listen to, the Mexicans in America are not lazy because they're the ones who are. This is a stereotype
Striving.
that I've heard that I'm trying not to sound like I'm. But they say they stand outside shops, like not hardware stores, like furniture stores, and they offer to help people load
Right,
the cars
yeah,
with
yeah.
stuff for money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so not necessarily lazy.
No, opportunist.
Yes, opportunist is a
Yeah.
nice way of putting it. Yeah.
They're quite, I mean, they're quite famous for tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila is, one of those drinks, and it's the same with a lot. I mean, I don't know whether they're not as synonymous with kind of partying. It is more fiestas. Like when you look at the old Western films, and you've got the Mexicans
Yeah.
there. It's they're riding around on donkeys as opposed to stallions. They've got sombreros on.
Yeah.
They're always
We're
taking
looking
a
at the Three
siesta.
Amigos.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I think in the similar vein, maybe it's a destination where a lot of American teens go.
Oh, what,
for
like
partying, I
Cancun
think.
and
Yeah.
what's the other one?
Don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's more of a kind of destination place, I guess. The mariachi music, quite fun.
Yeah. It does have a party atmosphere, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe, but I think they're
But
a
it's
bit more
also
laid back.
dangerous as well, like
yeah,
Brazil.
you've got a lot of drugs. I mean, the whole South America thing. A lot of these countries are synonymous with drug trafficking and drug dealing and stuff like that. Yeah, I just don't. When you think I don't know. And then Cameroon. This is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't really know very much about Cameroon either. And all I could get from the internet is that the people of Cameroon are hardworking, they're shy, and they love life. It's their kind of Catholic upbringing, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And they apply proper Catholic beliefs to most of life. But yeah, I don't. The country of Cameroon itself, I don't know what it's famous for. You know,
No.
what it produces, what it has given to the world. I realise that I'm blocking myself now.
Oh,
but
that's fine for the video.
yeah.
Because we get so many viewers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, based on that, I want to put Brazil and Mexico through, but maybe is that because we know more about them?
Well, quite possibly, but I think
But
this is where
alcohol,
that
it's-
is. Yeah, I mean, it's having good times. It's also being passionate as well. I mean,
Out of those
Croatia.
four, I would-
Croatia are more passionate though than Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does the passion get them through? Do we think?
I'm thinking out of those four, based on what we're learning about them, the two places I would like to go are Brazil and Mexico.
Yeah, I
I've never
suppose.
been tempted to go to Croatia or Cameroon.
No. I mean, Croatia. I'm not big into lads' holidays or anything like that.
No. But they are patriotic and passionate. We're
difficult,
going to
isn't
have
it?
to bite the bullet because
Yeah, I know you're right. I think
Like,
we're going to have to go with Brazil and Mexico, aren't we?
Yeah.
But Brazil have to win that group.
See, I have this feeling that Croatia are a good team, but it's not based on that,
No.
is it? This is the hard thing. Yeah, we'll go Brazil and Mexico.
Okay,
But who's going
right.
to win the group?
I think Brazil.
Yeah, because it's Brazil.
Yeah.
Like they've won the most World Cups.
Yeah, and they've got the home support
And I think
there
they've
as
been
well.
in every tournament and they've always finished in like the top 8, I believe.
Okie dokie.
So,
So
it's
the runner-up of Group A is Mexico. Cool. Right, so Group A is done with. We're done with Group A. We won't
Yay.
think about them anymore.
well done,
Group
Brazil and
B,
Mexico.
Spain, the Netherlands, Chile, and Australia. Now this one's going to be difficult, I think. Spain, first off. Again,
Yes.
it's that kind of national stereotype of laziness and wine drinking.
Yeah, it's you drinking your wine in the middle of the day and you're going for a fiesta.
Yeah. But they also massive party freaks. I mean, think about the
Yeah.
Balearic Islands. You know, you've got
Yeah.
Ibiza and all that. You've got, I guess, bullfighting is another thing
That's a
that makes
negative for
them
me,
a bit
though.
hard
Yeah, or stupid.
or stupid. In our book, I think stupid.
Yeah, and thinking of the country though, you've got full of drunks. That's the English.
Full of-
that's
yeah, no,
English
this
people,
is it.
But
No,
that
it's-
is bearing on the country itself.
Yeah, drunken criminal expats
might be
is
our
what I've
fault.
put there.
Yeah.
Because everyone from like all the crime lords from the 60s all went and retired out in Marbella or the Costa del Sol somewhere, got a villa out in the middle of Spain.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've ever seen Sexy Beast with Ray Winston, you'll know that's what they do.
Yeah, I do like Spain though. Yeah, I've been to Spain. It is a nice country.
The Netherlands. Now this is the Dutch, Holland,
Yeah, I was
whatever
gonna
you
say
want
also known
yeah,
as Holland.
AKA.
England, we call them Holland for
Yeah,
some reason.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, strange. Yeah, more kind of laid back, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
You know, much more lax on their laws around drug use.
Yes.
For example,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
quite well known, especially Amsterdam itself.
Oh yeah, that's a
for
destination for
potheads.
English stoner
Yeah.
college kids.
Yeah, basically. Hmm. Lots of weed, lots of.
Isn't it like the Venice of? Isn't it on water as well?
Well,
isn't it?
most of
Amsterdam.
Holland is quite flat. It's actually most of it is below water level,
Yeah.
but they have, you know, like sea defences to stop the water coming in and basically flooding the entire country.
Yeah.
They're quite well known for their canals and
Yes,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. And people ride around on bikes.
Yes.
It's a lot more kind of there's a lot less feeling of inhibitions. I don't know what I'm trying to say now. But basically, yeah, you've got like the relaxed drug laws. You've got prostitution
Yeah.
is
Legal,
advertised
yeah.
legally in the street. Large gay community.
Yeah.
They put on a lot of these massive gay festivals.
It's utopia.
Basically, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's sounds like the perfect place to go. If you like a relaxing life, go to the Netherlands.
Yeah, and they make
Whether you like weed or prostitutes, or if you're gay, go.
or cheese,
you will
or
have a nice time.
clogging.
Yeah. That's a bad point, isn't it?
But yeah, they're just much more laid back.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Chile. Now, the only thing I really know about Chile is that they make good wine.
Yeah. See, I'm not a wine drinker, so
No,
I'm not really an alcohol drinker, to be fair.
True. But yeah, which makes them quite chilled out, apparently.
Yeah.
They're a region of winemakers. They also have mines that collapse.
Yeah, I was
every
going to
now
say, he says miners. I was like, not very good miners, though.
No, probably because they're on
Too
the wines.
chilled out on the wine, yeah.
But apart from that, again, don't really know too much about
No.
Chile.
Isn't it funny how like some of the closest countries to us we don't know about?
What, Chile?
Well,
Being South
yeah.
America. This
But,
is your
yeah,
geography again,
yeah,
isn't
this
it?
is my geography.
Yeah,
Why
they're
did I think
about
that was a
as
European country?
I don't know.
Because carry on.
No, it's okay.
There was a group A. There was a team close to us that we didn't know anything about. Was there?
Croatia.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's-
right. They're
yeah.
European.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
I do know some of it.
And Australia, of course,
Yep.
the land full of criminals.
Yeah. English.
English
British criminals. Yeah.
They're ours, really. But they're good at sports like cricket and
Yes, which is an English
and
sport.
stuff. Yeah, they've taken our stuff and you
Yeah,
know.
definitely drinkers.
But again, big drinkers,
Yeah.
good partiers. They surf, they sit down by the beach having barbecues with shrimp.
On Christmas Day.
Yes.
And they're big knives.
Yeah. As is proven by the classic film
They do
Crocodile
have
Dundee.
Paul Hogan.
They do.
That is a plus point, isn't it? For
Yes.
Australia.
And they did have Steve Irwin, God rest his soul.
Yeah, he was fun to watch, wasn't he?
A man's man.
And they have a version of Marmite called Vegemite.
Vegemite, yeah, that's a thing.
I don't like Marmite, so I don't think I'm ever going to like Vegemite.
I've never tried
either.
Vegemite. I'd quite like to.
I like Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. It's one of those places that you go to on your gap year.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm finding myself.
When you've
I'll
got
go
to spare
to
26
Australia
hours
and
to sit on an
Thailand.
aeroplane.
Yeah. It's one of those destinations along with Thailand and
Yeah, see
India.
that might take them out of the running for me.
Oh,
that It's so
really?
far away.
it's so far.
Like,
It's
I
too
don't
far
want
to
to
go
travel
to. No,
that far.
that's fair enough.
That might take them out of the running for me. They're literally the opposite side of the world.
Yeah, it's true. Also, all of their wildlife wants to kill you.
Yeah. they
That's
are
the one reason
big.
that I don't want to go to Australia.
The spiders
actually.
that carry baseball
spiders,
bats.
snakes in your boots.
Yeah.
I just no. But that said,
Yes.
out of those four,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? I mean, like you say, Spain has got bullfighting, which is
Bad.
yeah.
It's another thing. I know Spain are a good team, but
I know, but we're not thinking about football.
Australia's so far away. But can we really put in the Netherlands and Chile through? I mean,
I'd like to put the Netherlands through just because
Yeah.
they're
so chilled out.
and they're nice.
That's
like
not
you
going to
say.
make them good at football, but it's not about the football. Yeah, it is a utopic sort of country. I
Yeah.
think the Netherlands has to go to. I think out of all of them, based on what we've been saying, I would rather go to the Netherlands than the others. So I would put them through as the winners of that group.
Would you?
Which is-
Okay.
I
No,
imagine it's
that's-
atrocious.
that's
if
fair
you know
enough.
anything about football.
No, Holland have got a good team. They're not too bad. They've
I know
done
they
all
did
right.
when I used to watch
Yeah,
football.
back in the day, like the
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
I don't know if they do now.
No, me neither.
It's between the Netherlands. I'd say it's between Australia and Spain, and Australia's further away.
Yeah, but they do speak English.
But Spain's full of English people.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
yeah, although Paul Hogan might win it for me. Paul Hogan and Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Should we put Australia through just because we don't want to get beaten up by Paul Hogan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go on then.
As
It's got
runners
to be
up.
enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Netherlands and Australia for Group B. There we go. Oh my word. So Group C, we have got Colombia, Greece. Now don't know how to pronounce that, but I've been made aware it's the Ivory Coast.
Yes, that's
Right,
right.
and
The
Japan.
Côte d'Ivoire.
D'Ivoire, yeah. It's the Ivory Coast. And Japan.
Yes.
You see, now when I emailed you the other night about this, and I was like, there's a country I'd never even heard of, and that was the Ivory Coast.
Ah,
But
right.
the wedding I went to last night, I was talking to someone who's more knowledgeable about it, and I went, and that team, and he went, that's the Ivory Coast. I
Oh,
was like,
right.
okay, fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, sorry, I should probably have put the English translation
That's
down,
fine,
but
because that's how they're going to be.
that is the proper.
That's how they're going to be called on
Yeah.
telly.
Yeah.
I knew it was wrong, and I just went for it. I just kept going.
So Colombia.
Yes.
What do we know about Colombia?
Cigars, isn't it?
No, that's Cuba.
There's geography
yeah.
again.
Yeah, there we go. It starts with a C, and it's
Yeah.
not too many thousands of miles away.
No.
Um,
It's not as far away as Australia.
No, it's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. For me, I mean, Colombia is where Scarface, Al
Yes.
Pacino went to do his deals. So, you know, well known for the cocaine trade.
Cocaine.
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 Sorry, I slipped into Scarface there. Cocaine. Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, I've never. Was it Japanese?
Yeah.
I've never seen Scarface, so I can't help you with that one. Yes.
Yes, so big mafia connections down there. They do, however, have another export being coffee.
Yeah.
That's another
I'm
thing.
a coffee fan now.
Yeah.
So.
Colombian
No, not
coffee.
Colombian roasts.
No,
I've not. I don't think I've actually tried any.
maybe you should. Maybe they're laced
Maybe.
with something. They're also well renowned for their salsa music. Salsa
Yes.
originates from Colombia, apparently. So
Right.
that again is another kind of upbeat.
Well, I mean, they need something to
Energetic.
dance to while they're on their coke trips, don't they?
Well, exactly.
So-
Yeah.
Or
so-
on their caffeine trips.
I mean, they're a nation hyped up on stimulants.
Yeah.
So
Must
that's
get a
got
lot
to
of work done.
that's got to go in their favour, surely. And they've got mafia connections, so
Yeah, I mean, that terrifies me.
yeah.
But, you know, the party atmosphere again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again, but that you could say that about the Greeks
Yes.
as well, because
Yeah.
they've got places like Ayia Napa.
But this is English people going there to
Again,
party again.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's-
Whether or not the Greeks themselves, because Greece was the font of all knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
it's
where
a-
all of mathematics was
and
invented,
philosophy
and
and-
philosophy. You had Plato and Aristotle, Mephistopheles.
But then you've got all the awesome sort of myths as well.
Yeah.
All the Greek myths, all the Greek gods, which is just fantastic, and it's made for a lot of really good films in the past.
True.
We're really talking it up for Greece, aren't we?
We are,
I mean,
except
it's-
that nowadays Greece is full of
Yeah.
fat, hairy kebab restaurant owners.
Stavros Flatley. And if you don't know who they are, look them up.
And they're known for being a little bit sex pesty. But that's our fault for going over there and getting drunk.
It's
Our
all
women
scantily clad
going
women.
over
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
getting
yeah.
drunk and putting it about.
It's all the club 18 to 30
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
things.
So really, we can't blame them.
No. They have got a great history, Greece, but
Yes.
unfortunately,
I think
I
they're-
think you'll find some that are still in proud of that.
Oh, of course.
aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
but
it's a beautiful country. I
Yeah.
mean, have you been?
I've never been to Greece. Do you know what?
I've never been to mainland.
It's never really appealed to me. Greece.
No, the thing is, if you want to go and see like the best of Greece, you need to go to the smaller islands. We went to Rhodes,
Right.
which it's the problem. It's like most European countries you go to. It's if you go to the towns, like where our hotel was, it was run down. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But we went up the road a little bit, and there was this. They had the Acropolis
Oh, right,
up on top
okay,
of the
yeah, yeah.
mountain, and it was. We didn't go in there. We walked all the way to the top of this. Let's say mountain. Walked all the way up to the top of this hill, cliff, whatever. And they're like, oh, 20 euros. We're like, fuck that. We're walking back down. Do you know what I mean? You walk all the way up there and you think it's national. We're thinking national heritage.
Oh, so
in
it's
Britain,
free,
it's
yeah,
free,
yeah.
but it's not over there.
Ah, I see.
But you know, it is a beautiful.
That
country.
said, you got to pay to walk around Stonehenge,
do you
and
still?
it's extortion. Or no, I think you just have to pay for parking, but the
You pay for
parking is about £18.
yeah, and you pay for the tour things. But yeah, so. Greece. I love the country itself, even though some of it is a bit run down.
But
and
do we
grimy.
think that its best years are hundreds of years behind it now?
But I like its history.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
We'll see. The Ivory Coast. I mean, I literally know nothing
Other than
about the Ivory Coast apart from it's had a civil war,
yes,
and its flag is the Irish flag backwards. It's gold,
Yeah.
white, and green, which is a bit lazy, really.
where is the Ivory Coast? It sounds French.
It's Africa.
It's Africa.
Yeah, it was
But
a
it's-
French colony,
Yeah.
obviously, but yeah, west coast of Africa, just on the bit that bulges out.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know the shape of Africa.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I know nothing.
So we can't really argue for them, can we? Which is
No.
unfortunate.
See, the
but
thing is, I know that they have good players.
yes,
But they're not a good team.
but no, we're not
No, but we're not basing it on
on football, so it's fine.
I hope football fans have stuck this far in,
Just for the comedy
just
of us
for the
trying
shits
to-
and giggles. The next one, Japan.
Yes,
Now, Japan
yes.
have, peaceful. Well, not so peaceful in the past. They had a massive empire, just like us,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Brits.
yeah.
They were quite, brutal during the 1800s and all the way through to the
and now
Second World War.
we can't now dismiss their past because we're pro
Because
Greece
we-
because
yeah,
of the past.
no,
Their
exactly.
past.
See, however, they've kind of made up for it recently
They
with
have, in a big
technology
way.
and robots and Godzilla
And
and
robots.
robots. But they're a serious, hard-working, respectful people.
But also, they've got, as you put there, the cosplay.
The cosplayers,
The cosplay ladies. Or they're responsible for
Originated.
cosplay. And Hatsune
anime,
Miku,
yeah, Hatsune Miku.
who's got a game coming out,
Has
apparently.
she?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
Japan.
Japan.
It's Japan.
Yeah.
But you've got all of that, but then you kind of go
then
to
you've
the
got
outskirts of Japan and you've got all their
All the kind of
temples.
temples, the rice paddies, the traditional.
You've got the nice. scenic
It's one
country.
place in the world I really, really want to go.
I want to go to like the built up
see-
technology areas, but then you want to go and
Yeah.
see the other side and just see the
Definitely. Plus, they have sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
And sumo wrestlers are cool.
Now this is where we run into a problem because Japan is an amazing country and I don't think they're very well known for their football.
Yeah.
So we're going to end up putting them through.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah,
They have martial arts as well, which is cool. I mean,
yeah. So you can use technology and martial arts to win
Yeah.
their matches.
precisely. They're very clever people, the
But
Japanese.
who are they going to fight?
Well, this is it. I'm definitely
mean-
putting Japan through, but I think they've won the group for me.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they
Unless
have to.
Colombia use their mafia connections.
Good point.
Hmm.
Good point.
Because I don't.
I mean,
Cote d'Ivoire are out.
I think we know we want to put Greece through, but I think that's because we know I don't think they've got a terrible football team. I don't
true.
think.
No, they're all right.
But then you've got Colombia.
Greece or Colombia.
What's got more going for it? I mean, Colombia's got. I mean, we say salsa, but then neither of us dance.
Yeah. Drugs,
Coffee, you've
neither
never
of
had
us
coffee.
really do
Drugs,
drugs.
neither
I
of us
don't
do
drink
drugs.
coffee.
I think the only thing they got going is the mafia, which we want to put them through because they scare us.
Yeah.
I'm steering more towards Greece than Colombia because I like kebabs
I do like a
and I
kebab.
like the country.
That's true. You're winning me round. I don't know whether to flip a coin.
You want to flip a coin, so you want to go for Colombia, I want to go for Greece.
Yeah, because I'm scared of the mafia.
What are we going for? Whose heads and whose tails?
Let's do heads as Colombia and tails as Greece.
Heads
Ah,
it is.
Colombia.
Colombia go through.
Colombia.
Right, fine.
See, this is what I wanted. If we came to loggerheads, we're going
Yeah.
to flip coins.
So Colombia runners up, Japan
Right,
win.
okay.
Japan win Group C. Oh my word! Group D: Uruguay, Costa Rica. I say Costa.
Yeah, me too.
England and Italy.
Right.
Now
Now.
we're going to take bias out of this.
Yeah, totally, because I hate England. And I don't like football.
I mean, what is this? Can you explain to me the Uruguay description you've got there?
That they're the Luxembourg of South America, in that they're tiny and in the middle of everything.
Right.
And they don't do anything.
They haven't got anything that's their own, really.
Not that I could find.
Okay.
They're not known for anything in particular. Their football team isn't bad,
Yeah.
but this isn't about football.
Unfortunately.
In fact, I believe didn't Uruguay make it to the finals?
Have
they? They've not won. I don't think. I think they've got one runner-up or something in the past. I believe, but I'm not entirely sure.
What the?
Oh dear, the
That's
iPads.
fine. It's the iPad
Oh,
that
here we
locks
go.
itself. Right, what have we got? Uruguay. They have won it. Twice.
I thought so. You see, they're quite good at
Twice.
football.
They're
Then
better than England.
Yes.
We've only won it once.
Yeah.
Uruguay have won it twice, 1930 and 1950.
Oh, so again,
Yeah.
that's longer ago than we have won it once.
That was before we won it. What have we got? The latest thing they reached the finals in 2006.
Did you notice I said we?
England.
Because I've never won the World Cup.
Nope.
So yeah, they're kind of Uruguay are kind of they're a non-country in as much as that they're quite small, but somehow they've won the World Cup.
Yeah. So they reached the finals in 2006 was the last one. Now they didn't finish second place, so I'm thinking like semis or quarters they finished. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I know about.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything on Uruguay. Strange.
But hey.
Costa Rica. Now, Costa Rica is where Jurassic Park is set.
Yes.
So that to me automatically puts them up.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. However, they do not like the US of A. Apparently,
and we
and we
do.
do. We're
So we're
friends
kind
with
of
the
going to
US
disagree with them on
peoples.
that point.
And they also practice a lot of voodoo.
Yeah. Now
Apparently
the problem
the-
is voodoo's got a negative connotation. Like it's looked at negatively, but it's
Yeah.
not.
No, it's
Really?
actually quite a
It's spirits, isn't it? They worship spirits.
Yeah.
And
in the same way that kind of I suppose it's like paganism in a way.
they worship death basically. They're not scared of death.
No, that's
They
right.
look
Whereas
forward to
people
death.
think of voodoo as voodoo dolls and black magic and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and it's not really.
Yes.
Like that is an element of it,
Yeah.
but it's not, not the main core.
I mean, the Princess and the Frog gave it a bad image with the voodoo. Have you ever seen
No.
it? Oh, okay. There's a voodoo man.
Oh
in
right,
it, yeah.
okay.
He's the villain. Yeah.
Oh.
But he does sing good songs. Yeah.
And of course, the Prodigy had that song as well.
Oh, Voodoo People.
Voodoo People, which is quite good as
Amazing.
well.
Yeah. Nothing to do with Costa Rica other than the voodoo link. But they do have Jurassic Park.
They do, yeah.
Which
I
kind
don't.
of supersedes
the problem was,
everything, doesn't
I think it was actually filmed in Hawaii
Yeah, but
because it was filmed on the same place that Lost was filmed.
oh really?
Because quite often in Lost, you see bits of the countryside that Jurassic Park was set
okay,
in.
so, yeah.
Like there's this big bit that they walk through a lot. They shoot a lot of the "Let's walk from here to here" scenes.
Yeah.
On the bit where the Gallimimus
Oh,
rampage
okay,
through
yeah,
in the
yeah.
first film.
Oh, I see.
Is that big like green valley, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
there's the film where they have to hide
It's where
behind
the
the log.
T-Rex is chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the Jurassic Park thing was set in Costa Rica.
Yes.
Which supersedes everything, but then Costa Rica are kind of taking credit for something that actually has nothing to do with Costa Rica.
Yeah, I mean that was Michael Crichton, wasn't
Now
it?
is that a negative aspect?
yeah,
But then
good
are
point.
Costa Rica actually taking credit for it?
I
Or are
don't
we
know
just
whether
putting
they
that
are.
on them?
I think you've just imagined that
Yeah.
Costa Rica have been like, yeah, but we're from where Jurassic Park is. England.
Yes.
Our stereotype, the stereotype of England is obviously your bowler hat wearing businessman who goes to
Cane
work.
or umbrella.
Yep, goes to work in London, has tea in Hyde Park,
Yeah.
reads the Guardian.
Yeah, that's the stereotype.
Yeah.
Of,
And this is why I say that we shouldn't really, our stereotype is a lot different from what actual England is, because people tend to think you either live in London
yeah.
or you're on a farm somewhere,
Yeah, and apparently we're a very small country.
Mm.
Like everyone knows we're small, so when people ask where you're from and you say that and go, is that close to London?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything
Because
is in
London is the
respect to
only thing
London.
that they know, really.
Yeah.
Also, we either speak with a Cockney accent or we speak really posh.
Yeah.
Like there
Yes.
is, to the world. I'm not saying
yeah.
to to the more intelligent people who
Yeah.
actually listen to podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think podcasting actually is a form of media that is produced by fairly intelligent people and listened to by fairly intelligent people because it's quite niche.
Yes.
And we're very aware that these are not the stereotypes that a lot of people hold against us.
Yes.
Because the reality of it is that we're all fucking yobs and drunken idiots, and we're voting in racist parties
Yes.
at the moment, you know. So what can you do?
We're good at queuing,
Yeah, we're quite good at queuing, and we're very good at apologising.
but we're also good at complaining about
Yeah.
the queuing.
Yes, and the weather.
Yes.
Like, we all talk about the weather, and we are guilty of that
doing that,
quite
yeah.
a lot, even on this podcast.
Yes.
So
But it
this
is a
is what
lovely
I
day
mean.
today.
Yes, it is a lovely day today, and we're stuck indoors. We could be recording this outside, of course.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying that stereotypes aren't always true,
Yes.
and that these are the stereotypes. But I'm trying to, I'm trying not to.
We do put ourselves down as well.
Yeah, we do.
But that is a point.
Self-depreciating.
That is a point of being English as well.
Yeah.
We're good at self-deprecating.
Indeed. Then we've got Italy.
Yes.
And Italy is the sexiest country in Europe.
Yeah.
Maybe them,
And, I mean-
them or France.
Now let's put it into context. Italy. This is the World Cup.
Yep.
What shape is Italy?
It's a boot
Kicking a ball.
kicking Sicily, which is a ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
So
that's
I
a very
mean,
good point.
Based on that alone, I think Italy need to win this group.
I think you're probably right because
The
also
country itself is a representation
They-
of football.
they produce fast cars.
Yeah.
They produce good wine.
Yeah.
They produce good cheese.
They're very good looking.
Yeah, pizza. I love pizza. I
Pizzas,
love
spaghetti
pasta.
bolognese,
I mean,
yeah.
what's not to like?
It's Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That right. Okay. Italy win that group.
Yeah.
So the winners are Italy.
Yep. Runner up is. I mean, we can't not put England.
It's got to have to be England because I don't know anything about Uruguay, and Costa Rica don't like the US.
They've got Jurassic Park.
But they do have
though.
Jurassic Park. But it was filmed in Hawaii. The book's set in Costa
Yeah,
Rica.
it's a fake country.
Yeah.
I wanna
Do you want to?
I want to put England through because as much as you complain about the country, that's what we do. I do
Yeah.
like England.
Yeah. I don't think we can put ourselves
We
out
have
this early.
seasons.
Is that a good thing?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
because we're not just stuck to one weather pattern.
We can grow crops.
Yeah.
In that case,
Yeah, exactly.
unlike Costa Rica, possibly.
Maybe. Or Uruguay.
So we're putting ourselves through
Yeah, I think we should. But we
Yeah.
put ourselves as runners up.
as the runners up. Oh, we're against Japan in the next round.
Oh, fuck. Oh. So, Group
Anyway.
E, we have Switzerland,
Yes.
Ecuador,
This is going on for far too long.
France, and Honduras.
Yes.
We're going to speed up. How many groups have we got left? 4?
H.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Switzerland. They're neutral.
Meaning,
That they don't get involved in wars and stuff. They stay well out of it because they have all the gold and all the
Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
banks.
sorry, I like one of those points.
Oh. I bet I know which one
Yeah.
it is. They're quite inventive. They've got the Swiss Army knives,
Oh, yeah.
which is a very, very
Good tool for
inventive
survival.
tool. Yep. All you need is that and some kindling,
Yeah.
and you're done.
And you can get the kindling using your knife.
You can, yeah. So actually, yeah, you do only just need the
Yeah.
knife. Yeah. They've got, skiing
Yes.
and yodeling,
I love yodeling wins it.
and they invented fondue, which is a
Yes.
bit 70s, but still.
And if you've got lots of money, they do have very good banks.
Yeah, it's where they keep all the Nazi gold
Yeah.
still. Something for shipped high. They're also quite good at making clocks.
Yes.
They have very good clocks.
Yes.
That's where a lot of the big manufacturers come from, actually, like Tag Heuer.
Yeah, the
and,
wristwatch companies,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
They also make cuckoo clocks. That's where cuckoo clocks come
awesome.
from too. And of course, Toblerone is a
love a
Swiss
bit of
chocolate,
Toblerone.
and everyone loves Toblerone.
Yeah.
So they're quite good.
Yeah.
Ecuador, it's on the equator.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's going to be hot a
Yeah.
lot of the time. I assume that they fall into the same categories as most of the Latin American countries.
You got.
Drugs, laziness, and partying,
We assume.
I guess. But all I do know about it is it's on the equator.
Yeah.
France, again, sex, cheese, wine,
Yeah.
smoking, looking cool, berets, pretentiousness. Apparently, the people smell. This is one of those things that we always were taught as children.
Yeah.
I think that French people smell.
They walk around with garlic strings around their neck,
Yeah,
don't
and they cycle around with baguettes in their baskets.
But they also have Disneyland.
True, they do have Disneyland. I've been there. It's fun.
It is very good. And they have Cannes.
Yes, the film festival. Again, that comes under pretentiousness, I think.
Very good. Yeah.
They also are quite fashionable, like the Italians.
Yeah.
But they do still. Well, I don't think they do still shit into holes in the ground.
I don't think they do now. They did.
Up until
very
quite recently.
And they're fairly rude. They don't know how to queue.
No, they definitely don't. And their women apparently have hairy armpits.
Yeah.
But then that's
stereotype.
most of Central Europe, to be fair. That's probably Croatia.
But they're very
as well.
passionate.
Yes, yeah. So, Honduras.
Yes.
Now, these guys apparently are unsympathetic, and
Where is that?
Honduras is South America somewhere.
Is it?
I think it's next to Argentina.
Because the guy I was talking to yesterday said it's Central America.
Oh, in that case, it's above Brazil in the little thin bit that's just underneath Mexico, kind of with.
He said it's central, so I don't.
Panama and
but
stuff like
this
that.
is
It could well
geography
be.
thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Again, I don't know
It's
precisely.
below
where
North
that is.
America.
Yes, and it's
Somewhere.
below Mexico
Right. Yeah.
because Mexico is next to North America.
Yeah.
So it's below Mexico but above Brazil
So it's somewhere.
in the little thin bit
It's
with
in
the
the
Panama
Americas.
Canal. Yeah. And apparently they don't like Westerners or even other South American. They don't like anyone,
Right.
And they're quite unsympathetic. Apparently,
Well, if
So-
they're that nasty, I'm not interested
no,
in them.
and I don't think that they get through based
Grumpy
on that
bastards.
because they'd just be having fights and stuff.
Yeah. I don't. I mean,
I'm going for
Switzerland and France, but
yeah, but who wins? Who wins?
Switzerland have got yodeling and Toblerone. France have got Disneyland and Cannes.
The Swiss are more regimented. They're better at making things
Yeah.
like clocks. They're more kind of industrious.
So let's say it comes down to a fight between Switzerland and France.
Yeah.
France are known for surrendering,
This is quite true. They are.
and Switzerland have Swiss Army knives. So
Yeah,
they're-
although the Swiss would stay out of it because they're neutral all the time, so they wouldn't fight. That's
but
the
France
thing.
would still surrender
Yeah, probably.
because there's a threat of a fight.
Yeah,
But this
And I
is the
can't think-
stereotype still.
of course. I think Switzerland should win
France
personally,
should have the revolution.
and the guillotine. That's quite metal.
That's pretty cool, yeah. Switzerland. and
Oh
yodeling.
man, or are we? Yeah, they do have yodeling, which also is quite metal. What are we gonna do? Let's flip a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip a coin for the winner of this group.
Switzerland's heads, France's tails. Tails.
Tails.
France win.
Yep.
So France go through next.
Fuck, we've got a lot of bloody groups left. We're gonna have to fly through the finals.
Yep. Well, this is the point. We're putting the groundwork in now, so that we
Yeah.
know when we get to the finals, we don't have to spend so much time. We're at nearly an hour.
Argentina.
Yes.
in Group F. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Iran.
And Niger.
The one you have to be careful about
Yes, Niger. Only one G.
saying. Yeah. It's a soft G.
Yes. Argentina. They're good at football.
Yes.
Although they cheat.
They did.
The
Well,
Maradona incident.
Yeah.
He was a big drug taker as well. They apparently have quite beautiful women as well, like the Brazilians. Again, they're good. They have good wine. There's a theme developing here, isn't there? With my my knowledge of
Tom
countries.
likes wine. Do they do wine?
They do wine, so they must be okay. Again, they've got that whole kind of
I believe we've got friends who are part Argentine.
Do we
Argentinian,
now?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm being very careful about
Okay,
this.
like I say, this isn't our
Yeah.
thoughts. This is the internet,
From
and you
what
can
I've
go
heard.
anywhere on the internet to find these national stereotypes.
Yes.
They did invent the tango. They
Yes.
also had Evita,
Yes.
which is a good musical,
I've not seen
although
it.
it starred Madonna.
Yeah, well, the film did.
The film did. They are known for having mullets still. It's still a thing in. They do, however. Most of their arable farmland is taken up by cows,
Right.
and they make excellent steak
Yeah,
from
I've
those
heard
cows.
a lot. Yeah, I've heard if you're going to get a steak.
I went to Buenos Aires the other
Yeah.
day, the restaurant, not the city,
Yeah, you went the other day.
just for a
Just
steak.
popped over.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, good at
So you've
football.
got vanity on there, but if beautiful women.
Yeah, exactly.
kinda
What you're
hand
going to
in
do.
hand,
Yeah. Whereas Bosnia and Herzegovina, all I know about them is they take part in the Eurovision Song Contest and never win.
That's the only time I ever hear that country's name.
Yeah. And there was a war there, the
Yeah.
Bosnian War,
Yes.
where, bad shit happened, but not much else comes out of that country except Eurovision entrance.
Yeah.
Iran, they're kind of next to Iraq.
Yeah.
They produce oil.
Yeah. Rich.
Apparently, men there treat women like property, but then that's kind of the Middle Eastern thing, isn't it? People think that they're terrorists when in fact they're not. All the terrorists come from Iraq and the surrounding
Got a pro
areas.
point for Iran.
Come on.
Ahmed Jalili.
Yep. Ahmed Jalili, very funny man.
Yeah.
Very funny man. And they did have the Persian Empire.
Yeah.
That was around there. I did also once live with an Iranian.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice,
Really
yeah.
polite. His family were really, really nice.
But that's not a stereotype of their country.
No, I know.
But then,
But what I'm
we'll dive in
saying
other
is
points,
that, from personal experience with
Yes.
Iranians.
we can pull that
Yeah.
into it.
Whereas Niger, again, like most of your African countries, like the Côte d'Ivoire, again, educationally focused,
Yes.
hardworking, polite. There is an element of black magic in
Yeah.
Niger, apparently. I don't know whether that's voodoo or not.
No.
But I
Witch doctors,
suppose
isn't it?
shamanism,
Yeah.
witch doctors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So out of them, the places I'd prefer to go visit,
Yeah.
the place I'd prefer, Argentina.
Yeah, definitely Argentina.
And I think we're going Iran, aren't we?
yeah. Based on just
Yeah.
Ahmed Jalili in the Persian Empire. Really.
Yeah.
Even though they're tight, they treat women wrong and they're like terrorists, the hatred of the West.
Yeah.
Kind of like Iraq. But I kind of want to go there.
Yeah. Again, it's got history, hasn't
Yeah,
it? History's on its side. But who wins? Where would you rather? I'd rather go to
Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah.
And that probably is,
The
the
reason.
right choice as well.
Probably, yeah. And they probably will. I mean, it will be amazing if we get these right.
Yeah, it'll be a fucking miracle if we get them right. So, Group G.
So that was the winner of F, wasn't it?
Winner of F is Argentina. Yeah. Group G, we've got Germany, Portugal, Ghana, and the USA.
Righty-ho. So Germany, obviously very efficient people, very
Yes.
industrious nation. All the trains run on time.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, they have no sense of humour. This is a big
No.
thing that they say about Germans.
I know some Germans.
Dear.
Yeah.
They're known for drinking lots of beer, eating
Yes.
lots of sausages,
Yes.
spicy sausage, wearing lederhosen,
Yeah.
and being punctual and outspoken.
Yeah.
Quite honest. Then they don't mince
They
their
have a
words.
history of being outspoken.
They have a
don't
history
they?
of being quite outspoken and a little bit forthright.
Third right. Very well done.
Yeah, I like it. So
Yeah.
they're quite a cold nation and they've got bad history,
Yeah.
but
As a
their
country now,
technology and their industriousness is top class.
yeah, you can't say what they do now kind of corrects what they did back then.
No.
But we think as
I'm
a
not
country
saying-
now.
I'm not saying that Audi and BMW eclipse Nazism.
No. See, as a country now,
Yeah.
very, very good country.
Yes. They've learned.
But when you look into the past,
Yeah. Not so good.
but they were efficient.
They were,
So,
like I
they
said, the trains
Very
ran on
good at winning
time.
competitions, although they lost.
Twice.
Portugal.
Again, rather like Spain, except with golf. Golf
Yeah.
courses, lots of golf courses. Wine, sangria. Known for their explorers like
Yeah.
Vasco da Gama. And
One of our good friends is Portuguese.
he
as
is,
well.
yes, good old Frederico,
Yeah.
one of the
boss.
occasional contributors to this show.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
fact, is Portuguese. So there is a personal.
I'm not sure he's going to like the
No,
very like
probably
Spain comment.
No, probably not. Sorry, Fred. But like I say, I've never been to Portugal.
but
I've
that's
only
what
been
a
to
lot of
Spain.
people-
But this is
yeah.
people lump them in together because they're right next to each other. And
Speak a very similar language.
I
It's
thought
very
you-
similar. No, I wasn't going to say the same.
yeah, no.
Portuguese is
Plus,
different.
as well, they'll get on quite well over in Brazil because they speak Portuguese there as well.
Good point. Very good point.
They know the language.
Surviving
Yeah.
in Brazil. Ghana.
Again, like your well, there's actually more negative connotations with this particular African country. In that, again, there's a lot of black magic. Actually, I don't know whether it's negative or not. Apparently,
She's
they're
got the last 2 points.
polygamous.
Yeah.
Polygamous.
Yeah.
I put an extra A in there.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
why.
the-
Polygamous and romantic.
Can't go hand
Apparently,
in hand,
the
don't
men are a bit flash.
Yeah.
But it's all.
Yeah, the polygamous thing
Is it good or is it bad? I mean, it's great.
Polygamous
for-
and romantic when it comes down to, are they going to be too busy?
Who knows? So they're kind of womanizing, I get. Well, not womanizing because it's part of their tradition.
No, because they're romantic with it.
Yeah, and they're quite flash. They like to spend the money on the women as well.
Spoil
You know?
people,
Yeah. So they're actually quite generous
So not
with
that many
both
negative
their
connotations at
possessions
all.
and their love.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
they're arguing, you know. And then the USA, of course, our friends across the ocean.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we're going to say they're very patriotic to start
Yes.
with. And on to that point,
yes.
these are not our thoughts
Yes.
on America.
Please don't get annoyed. This is not what I think of you.
This is-
But,
this
you
is
know,
a generalisation.
generalizations aren't great, are they? They're not very eco-friendly with
No.
their big cars and their engines and all that. You know, I mean, admittedly, the motor car really came from America.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
are the birthplace of the automotive industry.
Yeah.
They are known for being a bit arrogant
Yeah.
and larger than the
Yes.
average. Although we know for a fact that is not true.
Yeah.
Because we're getting just as fat and obese
Yeah,
in this
of course,
country. They are the inventors of pop culture,
Yeah, that is a...
you know?
Plus
And
point.
for us, especially, we talk about nothing but pop culture,
yeah.
really. You know, comic books is their big thing. The film
Yeah,
industry,
Hollywood,
Hollywood
yeah.
film industry is the only film industry that a lot of people take notice of.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad, you know.
Guns.
Gun loving, yeah. But
Yeah.
then surely that's, you know, it's the same as in the South
Depends.
American countries and the African countries.
But the
There's a lot
guns,
of-
it's what
but
side
it's
of the
it's
fence you stand
legal
on.
gun ownership, and yeah, it's whether or not you agree with their laws and
Gun
what
clubs and
have you.
shooting range is brilliant.
Yeah.
But the guns getting into the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Is
And
the
this is a
problem
chat
you
that we had
face.
with Nerd Church way back on our
Yeah, yeah.
crossover episode, and they actually cleared it up quite nicely
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us.
They
Excuse
disagreed on it.
Yeah, they are pro gun, aren't they? Largely,
Yeah.
largely.
Yeah. They disagreed on the automatic.
Yeah, that's right.
The subject of automatic rifles.
However, what I will say that their soccer team,
Yes.
this is the only sport where it's genuinely a World Series, World Cup.
Yes.
All the others, they say it's a World Series of baseball. It's not.
It's not. No.
It's not the world. You know, it's not.
No. But
Sorry.
yes.
America
Yeah.
and Canada are not the world.
Yeah.
I think Morrissey sang a song called that at one point.
Oh, really?
Without the Canada bit.
America.
No, it was,
Oh.
America is not the world.
Yeah.
Is the Morrissey song.
Yeah, but yeah, like they do have pop culture. They do have
Yeah,
a film industry.
this is it.
They do have a massive music, like broad
Yeah,
range music.
and that's
styles.
another thing as well. Like most of the music that I grew up listening to was American rather than British.
Yeah, and you put on there overly friendly, but that's not
Yeah,
necessarily
not
a bad
no,
thing
not at all. No, because I've been to America.
And
I mean,
accommodating.
yes.
I suppose you can put in with
Yeah,
that as
definitely.
well.
I mean, for example, when I worked in the pub, there was a couple from Boston that came in. We got talking about stuff. I was talking to them about the Dropkick Murphys,
Yeah.
and they offered me a house. They offered me a place in their house to go and stay one St. Patrick's weekend if I wanted to go
Yeah.
over and go into Boston to watch the St. Patrick's Day parade.
And again, we had that with Nerd Church. Sean
Yeah, yeah.
said if you come over, you've got a place
They're
to stay.
insanely accommodating.
Yeah. So
And for that, I'm putting them through.
yes,
Yeah.
you got to.
Yeah,
You have to.
You can't put them
it's
through.
America,
But
it's-
and now we come down to the crunch. You see, but I'm not sure that I'm putting America through as. Are we
winner.
putting them through as winners? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
So you got, I mean, again, Ghana, nice people, loving people.
Not when ice don't win you anything, no, does
Yeah,
it?
yeah, exactly. Nice guys finish last.
Yes. But Germany and Portugal.
Yeah, I think it is between those two, isn't it?
But the problem is we're having a slight knowledge of football. You know
Yeah.
those two teams.
Are both very good, and
Yeah.
actually they're going to be the ones that go through from this
In the
group
real
in
World
real
Cup,
life.
but not in our World
No,
Cup.
no.
Portugal didn't have Nazis, did
Yeah, no.
it? Is that where you're going?
Yes.
Yeah. And we got Fred. Can't
Yeah,
let Fred
no,
down.
exactly. We can't let Fred down. Right, so USA and
Portugal.
Portugal, but who goes through winners?
I mean, USA really. They've got
yeah,
bigger country. They've film, music.
they've contributed more
pop
to popular
culture.
culture. This is
Yeah.
where we're going, isn't it? Right, okay. That's ludicrous.
It is. Fuck it.
Oh, hold on.
Shit. Yeah, winner of G.
Oh,
USA,
yeah, here I am, yeah.
H. Belgium, Algeria, Russia, and the Korean Republic. Or Korea
Right.
Republic.
Yeah, South Korea,
Yes.
effectively.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right, Belgium. What are they known for? Food, waffles, chips, chocolate, strong beer.
Yes.
Apparently, they're quite boring and safe.
Are they?
Apparently,
I don't know. I mean, I've got a friend who lives out there, so I'd need to ask him. But
yeah.
I mean, he stayed out there. He went out there for a woman, and he stayed out there.
All right. So,
So-
well, I mean, there's a lot of culture there as well. Have you ever watched the film In Bruges? I know
No.
that's not a.
No.
I mean, it's a pretty foul-mouthed, funny
But,
film, but
yeah.
you know, it's all filmed in Bruges itself, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's beautiful. I've been there myself once for the D-Day
Oh, okay.
thing with the school.
Right.
They are multilingual, much like the people from Luxembourg.
Yes. Yeah.
They
yeah.
speak about 5 or 6 different
I think
languages
the
in
main
the
language
country
is
itself.
Flemish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Which is a
offshoot
mixture of French and something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they also speak English and German and Dutch.
Yes, possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
But beer, Belgian waffles, and when we say chips, we mean fries,
Yeah,
and chocolate.
yeah. And Hergé,
What's Hergé?
he invented Tintin.
Ah. And I mean, you kind
Yeah. Looking the way I do.
of. Yes. But yeah.
Algeria. Apparently, and this is another. See, this is where my geographical knowledge falls down. I'm not entirely sure whether Algeria are an African country or whether they're European. I could have looked this up, but I
yeah,
didn't.
no. There's something you think about.
My geography's not bad, but Algeria, I've never been 100. I think it's European.
Right.
Apparently, again, like the Croats, they're patriotic.
Yes.
Apparently, they're quite straight talking and blunt and very hardworking, quite industrious people.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about Algeria at all,
No.
so they're out.
Heard of it.
Russia.
Hmm.
Yes, they are quite 1950s in their gender roles.
Right. Okay.
In that the man goes out and does all the
Yeah,
working, and the woman stays at home and looks after the house. No such thing as a gay person.
Yeah.
They're quite corrupt. Obviously, they've had a bit of a dodgy past with communism and
Very.
all the rest of it. The KGB.
Oh.
They're quite a serious, hard and cold people.
Yeah. Their writing's fucked up.
Yeah, they've got that Cyrillic writing.
Yeah, I don't.
And you can't read it.
Very
You can't
confusing.
pronounce. You can't translate it easily
No.
if you're a Westerner like
No.
we are. It's the biggest country in the world.
Oh yeah.
It covers a third of the land area of the globe, I believe.
man.
Because it's all the way from
big.
because it goes all the way from Europe right the way through to Asia, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just covers the entire. It's like it can be daytime at one end of the country and nighttime at the other end.
It's huge.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lots of barren land, though. That's the thing. You've got
Oh, yeah,
Siberia and Mongolia and places like that that are quite hard.
Yeah, it's a similar I suppose it's Australia in that way. Where Australia's only populated
Yeah,
around
that's
the
true.
outskirts, isn't
Yeah.
it? And it's just a desert. But but Russia, it's a cold desert.
Yeah. They wear a lot of furs.
Yeah, because it's cold.
Yeah. Apparently, the women like to dress up, like overly dress up
Really?
when they're out and about.
Probably
I don't
put
know
more
what
layers
that's
on
about.
because it's cold.
No. But I mean,
It's
like
fucking
dress
cold.
up quite.
Nice.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't,
Like to make
don't know
the
where that
effort
came
and
from.
The gender role thing.
Yeah, maybe.
They've got to
Yeah,
look
I
like
suppose.
women.
Yeah. But they got. I was going to say, but they've got vodka. I don't like vodka.
No, I don't drink.
No. All right then. So they're out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So,
So
Korean
Belgium
Republic.
and
Korea, who are smart, technology based. Again, the martial arts
similar
and Zen
in,
stuff.
Japan,
Yeah, healthy living.
and they gave a sigh.
And they gave us Psy.
Where do you stand on that?
I have a soft spot for
Yeah.
Psy. Good old Psy.
Bit of K-pop.
Yeah.
So it's Belgium and Korea going through.
Yes, but who goes through first? Is it the people with the waffles, the chips, the
Food
chocolate?
or the technology.
Yeah.
We've already got one technology winner, so I think
true.
we put food this way and technology is the runner
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
'Cause
All
then-
right.
Then the two technologies won't face each other, will they?
Yeah, they can do.
Well, yeah,
Because
further
Japan
down the
were a
line.
winner and these are a runner up. But yeah, let's
Oh, good point.
or do we toss a coin again?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't really stand.
This is the
anywhere.
final group before
Yeah.
the last stages. So oh shit.
Heads
So
Belgium, tails Korea.
yes, Belgium wins.
Yeah.
Sorted. So South Korea.
So now we run into the next.
The second round is what it's
Yes.
called.
Hell.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna have to do a double.
Right, so we've got Brazil versus Australia.
Yeah,
Um,
the party is.
the big, you've got kind of the party capital of the world versus the
Far away country.
Aussies who are good at sport as well.
Both hot.
Yeah, both
Both got
quite
attractive
hot.
women.
Yeah, surfing, beaches. They're quite similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, bollocks. This is
fuck.
hard.
I can see the second round's going to be all based on coin tosses.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I mean, I want to say Brazil just because I know they've got the better football
Yeah,
team.
yeah, and the Brazilian.
Yeah, and the Brazilian. Yeah. And they've got probably quite one of the most impressive monuments in the world. I think.
The
Christ the Redeemer is just
Yeah, but the Australia's got Uluru,
Uh,
which is the biggest stone in the world.
yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah, but it's a big stone.
Yeah, someone didn't carve it, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I want to say Brazil. You want to say Australia.
I'm torn. I don't know what to do.
We're going to have to flip a coin.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's flip a coin.
Oh my
Let's
God.
make it this easy.
Tails, that's
Australia.
Australia, right.
Australia win.
Bollocks. Oh, my word. Who have we got in the second group?
Japan versus England.
Oh, bollocks. You know what? I want to go for technology.
Yeah, Japan go
I mean,
through.
yeah, it's atrocious, but fucking hell. Third.
So, third stage, France versus Argentina. Now, this is another
That is
difficult
very
one.
difficult.
That's quite hard. That would be hard in real life.
Yes.
With actual football.
I mean, based on the descriptions we were given, I'm more drawn to Argentina than France.
Yeah. Yeah. They're more of a fun-loving country rather than stuck
But
up,
I've
aren't
already
they?
been to France.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Maybe that's it. I know France has got Disneyland.
It
Argentina's
does.
got steak.
Argentina's got steak and wine and women. Not that France doesn't have women, because France has got women as well.
The hairy women. As you said earlier.
Yeah, very
Yeah, I mean,
true.
Argentina based on...
Yeah, fuck it, let's do Argentina.
Fucking hell. We're flying for this. We do care, honestly. We've already done all the chat.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
So now we just
people already
saying-
know, really, where we're coming down on. So the next one is USA versus South Korea.
Pop culture versus technology.
Oh, it's difficult, isn't it?
Technology allows us to podcast
Yeah.
about pop culture.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, I want to go to America more.
Yeah.
So if only to
I
see
mean-
people that we're friends with now.
Yeah, this is true. We have friends there, but can we let that bias swing our
Well,
vote?
yeah, that's what
course
this
you
is,
can.
isn't it? That's what this
Yeah.
is, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
But technology
But South Korea,
and
they've got
K-pop.
Psy, and they've lived under the threat of North Korean invasion for
Yeah.
years.
And they
Helped
do
out
help.
by the Americans, though.
Yeah.
The Americans do patrol that
And I was
piece,
saying they
don't
do help North Koreans escape and find passage, don't they?
Yeah, which is not a bad thing.
No, exactly.
Oh no.
But they say helped by America for a
Yeah.
lot of it. I mean, America's
I
the
can
mega
hear
power, isn't it?
all the American listeners on the edge of their seats. They're shouting at us.
Yeah. The Americans are the big power, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
got to
be
the
America.
US. It has to
USA
be.
are into this quarterfinals of the World Cup. Right, next one. Netherlands versus Mexico. So you've got the stoners versus there's a lot of marijuana in Mexico, isn't there?
Yeah.
Ooh, these are turning out to be quite good, aren't they?
Quite good matches.
Yeah.
The Netherlands. Drawn to the Netherlands. I know this is because I read a book called The Fault in Our Stars, and there's a film coming out about it soon or now. And there's a part of it that's set in the Netherlands, and it makes it out to be a really, really nice place.
Yeah, it's also got all those. Oh no, hold on. Isn't that where Wallander's based?
I don't know. I don't think I even know what that is.
It's one of those foreign language TV shows on BBC Four.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm drawn more to the Netherlands than Mexico, to be fair, because it's safer.
I think there are more progressive people.
Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah, because everyone's high, and they don't seem to fight as much.
And laid back and relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would they win? That's the thing. It doesn't matter.
In a fight, no, but
In this, they do.
because I'd rather go there. I mean, that's how I'm basing this on where do I want to go on holiday.
Yeah. Italy versus Colombia. Now,
Okay.
Italy will win this because the mafia are from Italy and the mafia control everything in Colombia.
Okay, yeah, fine. Based on logic. Oh, dear me.
Notice this is a lot of European teams. Oh, no, it's not. No, I'm talking bollocks.
Okay.
Switzerland versus...
You've done exactly what I did. Australia, Japan, Argentina, USA, and then 2 European countries.
Switzerland versus Iran.
I mean,
Did I just say Switzerland?
yeah.
Again, long, proud history in Iran. Omagilili, is it enough?
But Switzerland.
Switzerland, Swiss Army knife, Toblerone.
Yeah. Survivors with chocolate and
Yeah.
praline.
And they control most of the wealth of the IMF.
Yeah. I'm going Switzerland, isn't it?
The Swiss could technically rule the world if they wanted.
Yeah. Really?
No. And the final second round
Belgium and
stage.
Portugal.
Belgium versus Portugal. Now this is another one, isn't
Waffles.
it? Waffles and Tintin versus
Fred.
and wine and golf.
Yeah.
And a proud history of exploration.
Explorers.
They discovered South America, which is where Brazil is.
Yeah. I mean, this is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I like beer as well, so Belgium's...
Yeah, I'm wanting to say Belgium, but Fred's the swaying thing. No, I mean, let's go Belgium. It has to be Belgium, doesn't it? Doesn't it? What's swaying? What's the difficult thing for you? The explorings.
Yeah, kind of that
You've
proud
got
history
Tintin
again, isn't it? Yeah.
versus a history of exploring.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
No,
Okay.
but like
No, you are
Tintin's
right.
an explorer, and
Yeah.
so Belgium have got the explorer side of things. I mean, it might be fictitious explorer, but
Yeah. Okay, we'll go for Belgium. So, yeah, all European teams in
apart
the
from
last.
England. Apart from our one.
Oh, yeah.
And France.
Right, so quarterfinals already.
Australia
Wow.
versus Japan.
Australia versus Japan in the quarterfinals of the World Cup.
Technology, for me, wins that one.
Yeah.
They could build robots to play the match.
Basically, yeah. You know when I emailed you the other night. Well, actually, it's in this blurb here. Is what I was saying while I was doing it. Is that I know which one I want to win.
They're doing quite well so far.
They are doing very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think I've got an idea of who it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it robots that did it?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so second quarter-final match is Argentina versus USA. Cheating Argentines who are vain.
Versus pop culture. But steak.
Yeah, steak is good.
Like, but then USA's food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Broader range of, I don't know.
More of it.
Yeah.
Large portions.
Close to Canada, which I kind of have a soft spot for Canada.
Yeah.
Ooh. Who wins? I want to say USA just because they're the powerhouse, but then I kind of Argentina. Like, I've discovered doing this that I really kind of like. I'm interested. I would like to go to Argentina.
You're interested now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Based on what I know about these countries, I want to go USA as well. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, pop culture, film, music, food.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge lover of kind of salsa-y music anyway.
No.
Really.
Yeah.
Tango doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I'd like to eat a steak, but I'd also like to listen to music I'm interested in while I'm eating steak. And America can do that for me.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. There's Texas, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See. Yeah, I think the USA wins that one.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting semi-final.
You've got there, Tom. Netherlands versus Italy.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
so,
Italy.
Netherlands,
afraid.
laid back, stoners. Italy, a little bit more kind of fast paced.
Their country's in the shape of a boot kicking a ball.
Their country is in the shape of a boot kicking a ball.
It might be a stiletto high heel boot.
I was going to say
it's a boot.
It's a stack heel.
Yeah.
They have the most interesting prime minister, or had anyway. Berlusconi, womanizer.
Yeah.
He was fun.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Italy.
Italy.
I mean, you got to really, haven't you?
So that leaves us Switzerland versus Belgium.
Chocolate versus chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh. Toblerone versus any type of
Tintin.
chocolate you want in the world.
Yeah, Belgian chocolate's supposed to be, the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Tintin versus yodeling.
Yeah. Tintin versus the Swiss Army knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does Tintin use a Swiss Army? I mean, a Swiss...
No, he uses a pistol.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a Luger man.
Oh. So he's more of a survive by taking people out rather than a survive by gathering.
Yeah.
Where'd you stand on that? Oh, man. I mean, the Swiss Army knife.
It's one of the
I
most
imagine
important
Tintin
inventions.
has got one.
I would have thought so. He's well prepared.
Being an explorer and a survivor.
Yeah.
I think the Swiss Army knife is a tool that everyone needs. So I think they have to go through.
Do you think
Switzerland
Switzerland beats Belgium?
When you say it like that.
Oh, no.
You've got the Tintin soft spot, haven't you? That's the problem.
I do. Yeah.
I think we're
Flipping
going to
a
flip
coin.
Switzerland heads, Belgium tails.
Yeah. Heads.
Heads, Switzerland goes
Switzerland go through.
This final's going to be interesting. Right. First semi-final.
Japan versus the USA. This didn't go well for Japan last time. However, because of that, Godzilla.
Yeah. But the latest Godzilla, which was made by the USA, which I wasn't best...
Oh, Sean told me off about that. It's the first time he's fast-forwarded through one of our episodes because he didn't want spoilers. But we did point out that there were spoilers, so he knew it was coming up.
Yes. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't think we spoiled it too much.
No,
anyway.
that's what
But
I said
anywho.
to him, actually, is that I don't think we went into too much detail. But
anyway.
Anyway.
USA, Japan. I mean...
This is difficult. This is really difficult.
Powerhouse versus robots. But DARPA are creating
the unmanned autonomous weapon systems.
Yeah. So they're going to be testing...
No.
Will they be testing those weapons on Japan? I mean, they're not averse to it, are they?
They're not. They have got they've got previous.
Yeah. I think USA wins it, really.
Do you?
I mean, in the sense, like, they are kind of exploiting Japan and destroying them. I mean, when you look at it, you come down on the side of... Do you? I don't know.
I want Japan to go through solely.
But I think the USA would win.
It's difficult, actually, because they both got mediocre teams in real life.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get to the semi-finals.
Japan do have the technology. They do have the robots. They do have the...
They've got pretty insane music as well.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
I like some of it. The Mad Capsule Markets were a good
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Asian Kung Fu Generation are a good band.
Okay. Go on, put Japan through.
No, if you want to go with USA, we can do it on a coin toss.
And put Japan through.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I want to see who they're going to go up against in the final.
Okay, so Japan go through to the final and USA go through to the runners-up match.
Yeah.
We'll give them that, shall we?
Yeah.
So Italy versus Switzerland in the second semi-final.
It's Italy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
In all honesty, it is Italy.
Yeah, they're just sexier.
Yeah. And their country's in the shape of a
boot kicking a ball. Yeah.
I mean, is that what's going to be the winner for me in the final?
It may well be, mightn't it?
So the runners-up match is USA versus Switzerland.
USA.
I mean, USA win.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in even... So USA get the third place.
Yeah.
Okay. Second place losers.
They are. They get
the
the runners-up medal.
Yes.
Is what they get.
Japan,
so
Italy.
the big event, Japan versus Italy.
It's
Japan
technology versus sexy.
Yeah, basically. And what wins over technology or sex?
Oh, that's a difficult conversation, isn't it?
I think sex does, personally, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, technology is awesome.
Technology is good, but
I think sex and the country is
in the shape of a boot
yeah.
kicking a football. There we go, it's Italy.
Yeah. And the thing that's won throughout for Italy is the fact that the fucking country's in the shape of a boot kicking a ball.
Oh my word.
I mean, the funniest thing is Italy could actually win the World Cup
it's
as
true,
well.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I mean, when was the last time they won? I mean, I'm saying that's...
They've won before. I don't know
the last place,
how long ago.
Last time they won was in 2006.
Quite recently. More recently than Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we could be for if Italy win the World Cup.
I'm going to piss myself laughing.
Yeah. So there you have it. Italy win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that their country is in the shape of a boot kicking a ball.
Yeah.
And they're sexy.
Yes.
And sex wins over technology.
Yeah, Japan second place.
Japan a reasonable second place.
Was that your team that you wanted to
win?
I
thought they would win.
And they did very well.
They did very well.
Place.
Yeah. I mean, if they'd have been up against Switzerland in that final, there's no way that the Swiss would have stopped the Japanese.
And I think this is the best result USA have ever got in the World Cup, unfortunately. What did they do? 1930, third place.
Oh, well, they've equalled their all-time best.
Yeah. So there we go.
There we go. I hope everyone is happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they won't be. And by all means, let us know. Give us a right ear bashing.
If you hate us from what we've said about your country.
Again, like I say, disclaimer, none of those opinions are the opinions of myself or Ant.
No, these are things that
I looked up on the internet. But I think once you get past the first round, it was largely a bit more fun.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, let us know if you'd have done it any different.
Yes.
And yeah, there you go. Italy for the World Cup. If they do win, well, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I might put a bet on.
Yeah, maybe based on this, we might get a few
based
quid.
on the shape of Italy.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the episode.
Yes.
Give us a comment and ratings on your podcast land.
Indeed.
Your Stitcher, your iTunes,
mm-hmm.
wherever you listen to us.
And keep locked. Next week is a Father's Day episode.
Yes.
And the week after that, we have a very special interview with a proper actor and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you, Tom? So
still hurts, does it?
Yeah.
So for Anywhere But Here this week, I've been Tom.
And I've been Ant.
And Italy have won the World Cup.
Congratulations.
Bye.